Ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday, December 13th, 2014. We're 24 hours away from the WWE's Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view extravaganza.
And stairs.
And stairs. I'm your host, Flyin Ryan, alongside my tag team partner, Mike the Hammer.
Hello.
Welcome to the Wrestlinks Review.
It's good to be here.
We've got a very special guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He is Stink. Welcome to the show, Stink. How are you tonight, bud?
Good.
Stink, can you tell us a little bit about your gimmick? Can you explain it to everybody?
Tell us, what is Stink?
I carry a skunk in a bag.
Wow, that is certainly terrifying.
Shades of Jake the Snake.
I would not want to get near anybody with a skunk in a bag.
And what's your color scheme?
Black and white.
So you're black and white like Sting, and you have a black and white skunk in a bag.
Yes.
What's your finishing maneuver?
I sit on and fart.
Nice. I hope that Sting takes you out on the road and you can be the dink to his doink at some point in the future.
That would be excellent.
Would you be able to take on Torito or Hornswoggle and then have a good match? You think you could go 15 with one of those guys?
I don't know.
Would you be willing to go into a hair match with one of those guys where the loser gets their head shaved?
Maybe.
Maybe. All right.
All right. Well, we've got an exciting broadcast plan for you today. We're going to quickly rewind and check our picks from Survivor Series, which was not that long ago, perhaps 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think this is probably the quickest turnaround between pay-per-views all year long. The pre-show we didn't pick. I don't think we had a list of the matches, but we had the Fandango with his new lady friend versus Justin Gabriel. Do you know anything? I don't know. The first time I've ever seen Justin Gabriel. Is there a backstory to him, or is he a new guy, or what's the deal there?
Excuse me, but it's Fandango.
Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. I was never a big fan of his, but I love that top rope leg drop he delivered.
That's a great move, yes.
Oh, it was like Savage, but with the leg. It was like the cross between the Savage flying elbow and the Hogan leg drop all in one maneuver.
Oh, Fandango definitely has the skills. I just don't like his dancing gimmick.
The gimmick, he needs a new one. Maybe he could be Stink.
He'll never compare to the Disco Inferno.
There was also the Swagger Cesaro, the ankle lock. We didn't pick that. We didn't know that was coming. So we get into the main event, the main show, and it started with Vince, and he set up that extra stipulation that Cena would be the only person that could possibly bring the authority back if Team Cena were to win.
Yeah, which makes no sense because Vince set up the whole scenario to begin with.
Yeah, I wonder how long it'll be before that comes into play and how they'll get Cena to let him back in. I like I said in the last podcast, I still really want to see a machine scenario where maybe Triple H and Stephanie come back as the machines.
The machines with their masks.
The black masks, and
That'd
you can't tell it's
sweet.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been better if it was Team Cena, but... All right, so then we get into I think the first match was the tag title match, the four-way. The Los Matadores versus Miz and Mizdow versus the Usos versus Gold and Stardust.
And as you know, it looks like Miz and Mizdow won.
They did, and for our picks, Little Dynamite was our guest on the last show, and he picked the Mizdow pairing. You went with the Usos, I went with the Dust Brothers, so it's 1 point to Little Dynamite.
Wow, how did I even pick the Usos?
I'm excited.
What was I thinking?
Well, you're usually pretty down on the Usos, but yeah, you bought in. You drank the Uso Kool-Aid last week, or last time.
Well,
so what do you think about the Mizdow after they had the belts?
I'm still not into it. I don't get it.
Really? You don't like it?
No.
I love the Mizdow, the stunt belts where he's got the little kid belts from the store.
Yes, that is, Damian Sandow or Mizdow is doing a great job of, playing that character as the mimic, as the shadow. He's just a great talent to begin with. Not a huge fan of The Miz.
We lost the computer.
Maybe it's still recording and the screensaver's on. That's what's happening. And every time you thought it was shutting down, but it was the screensaver.
It wouldn't come back up, though. But now it did. Oh, we're still live.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and we're discussing the Survivor Series.
Miz and Mizdow. I echo what you said. Just like Mizdow does with the Miz in the ring, I'm gonna be shadowing your moves over here. I love what the Miz is up to. I like the stuff he was doing early in the year when he'd come out as a character or whatever city he was in. Davy Crockett or Daniel Boone. I think he was Magneto one time. That was great, but it's been really good with him and the Miz. I'm not a huge Miz fan, but I just realized this week, I think he's probably the closest we have to the Honky Tonk Man right now, kind of that slimy champion type guy.
I would agree, yes.
And I haven't embraced him like that, but I think now that I'm thinking about him in that context, because I was a huge Honky Tonk Man guy, so I think I might get on the Miz bandwagon at some point.
You got your hair greased up.
Oh, got your hair slicked back. Coming to your town in my pink Cadillac.
Nice.
So that was that match. And then we went on to Ambrose and Wyatt was the next one I had written down here.
I think I picked Dean Ambrose, didn't I?
No.
I picked Wyatt.
You picked Wyatt and Little Dynamite, and I picked Ambrose, and it was Wyatt by DQ.
Ah, yes.
What did you think of the match overall? What was your impression?
I'm not personally a big fan of this feud just because we've seen these guys just, as the Shield versus the Wyatts. We've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I don't understand what these two are fighting about. Maybe who's the craziest.
Yeah.
But it seems silly to me.
I try not to think about why they're fighting because it doesn't make tons of sense to me, but I do want to see these guys go. My takeaway was it felt like that match at the Survivor Series was just an advertisement because the network was free that month, and they were just trying to get people to buy in for tables, ladders, and chairs. Because they brought all the chairs out, the ladder out. That was the kind of the ending where Bray was under all the chairs and Ambrose was up on the ladder. I think it was just a preview, and I'm psyched for the match this weekend.
Yeah, it should be good.
Those guys can both go.
Yes, I would agree.
You got a point on that one though. So you've got one. Little Dynamite's got one. And then the next match, again, we did not know that this was on the card, but it was Adam Rose and the Bunny versus Slater Gator.
The Bunny was on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, the Bunny was in the match at the pay-per-view. It was a very short match. Adam Rose and the Bunny won. I was disappointed because there was no Gator with Slater Gator. We didn't get Hornswoggle in the Gator suit.
Hey, Stink, how do you feel about the Bunny? Let us know. Do you really like the Bunny, or should he get out of the ring and get out of the show?
I'm like JBL.
You're like JBL? And what does that mean?
What does JBL think about it?
Hates it.
You hate the Bunny. And how old are you? Just so everyone listening knows how old you are.
6.
6 years old. Does not like the Bunny.
You've been down on the Bunny since the beginning, right?
Do you like the Bunny, Hammer?
I do enjoy the Bunny.
Oh, no.
Am I the only one here?
You're part of the problem.
Oh, I enjoy the Bunny.
The Bunny, ridiculous.
I don't know. I've really liked Adam Rose the whole time. I was kind of hoping for more out of him. I think he's going to do some stuff in the future, but I think he's got to get this Bunny feud out of the way first.
And it's not even a decent-looking costume. It's a completely, cheapo costume for $20.
Think about what it could have been. It could have been him versus the hot dog or the pizza or one of those other costume characters. I like it. I'm really waiting for Easter. I think there's a lot of potential there when Easter rolls around.
Oh, boy.
We could see Hell in a Cell for Easter with Adam Rose and the Bunny.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I'll be watching.
Yeah, I liked it. I think the Bunny's got some talent. I think, obviously I'm curious to see who the Bunny's going to end up being because it looks like it's been multiple different people over the years. Or the.
Now, if I recall, didn't the Bunny throw the match and ruin it for Rose
at the Survivor Series?
Yeah.
No, he won it. The bunny won the match.
What?
Yeah, I don't remember what the finish was.
Oh,
but yeah.
I think it was the next night on Raw where he let him down. And
he has
botched it.
He's cost Rose like 3 or 4 matches in a row, and that's the weird thing. I don't know why he keeps the bunny around because he obviously doesn't like him. But
I would not want to tag up with a bunny.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any chance we get the bunny at Raw?
I hope not.
We did last time, right? I think he was on the pre-show last time we were at Raw.
Yep. We saw the Adam Rose party train or whatever they call it.
What is it called, Stink? You got your picture taken in front of it.
The Express.
The Exotic Express.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that was the first thing that we saw when we got down to the Target Center was the Exotic Express, and Stink and his brother Little Dynamite were dressed up like John Cena's, like twin John Cena's, and they got their several pictures taken in front of the Exotic Express.
That was right.
Yeah, that was right.
Well, who won the match then? The bunny.
Rose and the bunny beat Slater Gator.
Please don't have the bunny on pay-per-views.
Oh, how far has Slater Gator fallen?
Yes.
Then there's only one match left, and it was the main event, and that was Team Cena versus Team Authority. If Team Cena lost, they all got fired except for John Cena. If the Authority lost, they were no longer in power.
Now, that was a great match, only thanks to Dolph Ziggler.
You're a big Ziggler guy, right?
I enjoy what he does. He plays with the crowd. He's got the moves. He's got the looks. He's a championship figure.
Yeah. He's definitely going to be in the picture now.
That's great. They haven't been really highlighting his new level since that, though.
Well, he's
kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah, he's got the. I mean, they haven't had a lot of time, right? I mean, they had 2 Raws and the Slammies kind of thing. There wasn't a lot of opportunity.
They keep pushing Seth Rollins on us, though.
Oh yeah,
like ridiculous.
Yeah,
and I don't understand if the Authority's gone. Why doesn't Seth Rollins lose his power?
Yeah, I don't get that.
He's still doing the same thing, and he's got those 2
gigolos. J&J Security?
Yeah, whoever they are.
Mercury and Noble?
Yeah, Jamie Mercury and Noble. What's his name?
Joey
Noble.
Mercury and Jamie
Noble.
Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury.
Get rid of those guys.
I like them. But yeah, how about how the match turned out? Were you surprised by the Big Show turn in the middle?
No. I think I almost talked about that. I said, "What if someone turns?"
Yeah.
The last time we talked about that, and yeah, it was predictable.
What'd you think, Stink?
Why? Who wants to be on John Cena's team? I believe I asked. Nobody.
Well, except for Dolph.
Yeah, Dolph.
Yeah.
And look where that got him.
The big guy. What about the big guy?
The big guy? You're talking about
Ryback.
Yeah, feed me more.
Feed me more.
I was a little confused because Swagger wasn't able to be on Team Cena due to injury, yet he was well enough to fight in the pre-show against Cesaro.
Finish.
There's our first impression of the night.
Is that a good Ryback?
That's a pretty good Ryback. Hey, Stink, do you want to do your Bo Leave impersonation?
Sure.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Bo Dallas.
Special guest.
All you gotta do is believe.
There he is.
Oh, that was excellent. You've got a bright future.
Bo Dallas.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Stink portraying Bo Dallas.
I've got one other thing I for sure have to talk about that main event before we get to the finish. What about? Did you see in the pre-match they had the Team Authority in the background, and they were all standing there, kind of getting interviewed, and Rusev's wearing flip-flops. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that was so funny.
The big tough Russian in his little tiny flip-flops.
But he does go to the ring barefoot.
Yeah.
So maybe he just wears those, because it's so dirty in the back.
Yeah, probably.
He doesn't want to step on American filth.
I would have thought that they would have maybe not panned down that low, or else had him take them off for the interview. But
it's pretty stupid to have that many big dudes in a tiny little room like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, and then you throw in Triple H and Stephanie and the ravishing Russian Lana.
It was just awful. I'm glad it's over. glad the Authority is over.
Well, okay, but before we talk about the very end, in the picks, Little Dynamite and I both picked Team Cena, you Team Authority. So in the end, Little Dynamite got 2 right, you got 1 right, and I got 1 right. So Little Dynamite wins the night.
Little Dynamite. We'll have him back again.
He can celebrate his victory. Now, what about the big thing? We've been avoiding this, but the ending, Sting. What do you think?
Sting interfered in the matchup. Big surprise. What did they do to follow up on it? Nothing.
Nothing yet.
Well, it was good to see Sting.
Yep.
I would have liked to seen him have a much more grand entrance. Maybe like a 9-minute, grand entry with full lights,
For a match, like Undertaker type entry?
Yes. It was a good surprise. He did have a little bit of an intro, but it wasn't, to me, it didn't seem like a true Sting, fashionable, bright, loud entrance. Lightning bolts coming down, tease it for a few minutes. He just kind of walked out there, took out Triple H, which was cool, but
Yes.
how did that fit into the grand scheme? Sting's gone now suddenly.
Until WrestleMania, probably, right? Or do you think maybe he shows up at the Rumble?
That could be.
Could be.
How about
right.
Sting? Were you surprised? I don't think you knew Sting was going to be there, did you?
No.
Were you surprised when he came out?
Yes.
Are you a big Sting fan? Not yet. You don't know enough.
Little Dynamite was Sting for Halloween.
Yep.
I think we have that picture on the website, right?
That's right. Wrestlinks.com. We've got a whole family full of WWE-ites.
So, obviously, this is setting up WrestleMania, right? Sting's going to be there.
I hope so.
Who's he going to fight? I mean, the thing that I always heard was him and Undertaker. I don't see that now. He's obviously got something going with Triple H, but...
If you want my Fantasyland booking opinion, I would like to see Hulkamania versus Sting.
Oh, that would be a good match.
You think that could happen?
Retirement match, yes. Yes.
You mean the winner,
Hulkster versus Sting.
The winner gets to come out of retirement instead of has to retire?
No, they both retire together and everyone's happy.
Oh, you mean final match for both of them?
Correct.
Yeah, because they're both about that point.
Yeah.
Maybe. What about Taker? Do you think Taker comes back for Mania?
I would like to see Taker at Mania, but who knows?
Does it make sense, though, now that the streak is gone? I mean, what's the angle? You just say that he's trying to run his number of WrestleMania wins up?
You got me. He's not in the picture. He's not in a feud. He's not anywhere near the WWE universe.
When did he come back last year? Was it Rumble time that he started back?
He came back at WrestleMania, I think. I don't...
No, he was back beforehand, because I remember they had that thing where he stabbed Brock Lesnar with the pen at the contract signing.
Yeah.
I just don't remember when it was. If it was Rumble or somewhere right after that he came back.
Yeah, it probably was a Raw.
You got to quit moving, Stink.
Hey, Stink, stop messing up the audio, bud. What do you got to say for yourself? How do you feel about Undertaker versus Sting?
That much.
Dead silence. We've lost 7 viewers.
All right. All right.
7 listeners are gone.
So, what do you think? Any other comments on Survivor Series? How about Eric Rowan and the Rubik's Cube? They're trying to play him off as a genius now. He solved the Rubik's Cube.
That's great.
That might not have been Survivor Series. That might have been the Raw after.
I heard that they're going to call him the Big Red now.
Ooh.
Eric Rowan. Big Red.
Big Red, huh?
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a cool looking dude. But I don't understand why they did that. I've said it before. Why would you break up the Wyatt family?
I think they'll come back together at some point.
Versus a New Day.
That would be good. Oh, maybe that's what happens is the New Day gets converted over to Bray Wyatt's cult, and it's the New Day family.
The new Wyatts.
I'd pay to
with
see
more diversity.
I would pay to see that. Maybe they'll get Sin Cara too. Is he still around?
Sin Cara. I don't know what they've done with that guy. Yeah, where is he?
The roster's still, I think we've said this every time we've recorded, it seems pretty thin right now. I don't know how they're going to get 30 guys for the Royal Rumble.
I have no idea, man. They're going to be a bunch of jobbers.
Maybe it'll be Stink.
Stink will be in the ring.
Oh, if they're bringing back jobbers, I want to see Iron Mike Sharp.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of Iron Mike Sharp.
He had that bad arm all the time. How about, who were some of those other great jobbers?
Brooklyn Brawler.
Brooklyn Brawler, yeah. I can't remember any of them.
One Man Gang.
I don't know if he was a jobber, was he?
Nobody was cool, and I just wanted to bring him up.
Is he still alive?
I believe so. I don't think he's
Let me
dead.
go to the books, because, that would be cool to see him.
Yeah.
The Gang. Would he be the Gang, or would he be Akeem, the African Dream?
Good reference. He could be on the Dream.
Could he be? Is there any possibility that he would be in the Royal Rumble as both the Gang and Akeem come in twice?
The New Day with Hakeem.
All right, let's see. Here he is. I'm going to see if he's still alive. Real name, George Gray. He was born. Yeah, he doesn't have a dead date, so he is still alive.
Good deal. One Man Gang still fighting in the streets.
He was 6'9", 450, or I guess is probably still.
Big dude. Wasn't he part of the Twin Towers as well?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was the Typhoon.
No, I think he was
or
Akeem.
Hurricane.
He was Akeem in the Twin Towers. It was him and Bossman, right? Were the Twin Towers against Savage and Hogan? Yeah, here it is. Akeem and the Big Boss Man.
That's right. You're right. Who was Hurricane and the Natural Disasters?
Yeah. Yep. Hurricane and Earthquake. Wasn't he the Canadian earthquake at one point?
Oh, wasn't he also Tugboat?
Tugboat was a different guy.
Come on, no, it wasn't.
It was, yeah.
Tugboat was
Tugboat was the guy who in
Avalanche.
Let me find Tugboat. Tugboat was the guy that was the Master Blaster in WCW that had the worst entrance ever. Remember, he had the sparkly storm.
You're talking about the Shockmaster.
Yeah. He was the he came in and fell down on the wall, but that was the guy that was Tugboat.
Okay, yeah. Tugboat was a big dude.
Fred Ottoman was his name, was the Tugboat.
Oh, that's good stuff.
And he teamed with Earthquake as the Natural Disasters.
Yes. They had a lot of political, worldly themes throughout the years of the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
We should dig deep into that one of these episodes.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Conspiracies of the WWE.
We'll have to book that, mark that down. Tugboat, yeah. So he also wrestled as Big Bubba the Belt Collector, U.S. Steel, Big Steel Man, Tugboat Tyler, Tugboat Thomas, just plain Tugboat. He was Typhoon.
I knew it.
Typhoon, and he was the Shockmaster.
I knew it.
And the Super Shockmaster.
I knew Tugboat was also in the Natural Disasters. I told you.
Yeah, you were right. I'm reading it right now to see how that worked out.
Somehow we've gone from Survivor Series to Tugboat, and that leads us into the tables, ladders, and chairs, and stairs.
Yeah, you can't forget that.
Pay-per-view live tomorrow on the WWE Network.
I just dropped my iPad.
That happens.
Typhoon knocked it over.
Well, we're deep into our fourth episode. We just want you to come back and check us out at Wrestlinks.com. Check this last podcast to get to all the latest episodes.
Yes. All right, you want to talk about some matches?
Let's get into it.
All right, so the pre-show match is billed as The New Day with Big E and Kofi versus the Dust Brothers, Gold and Stardust.
A new day. I don't know. We have any champions here? No.
Oh,
this is just a grudge match. Why are they fighting?
I think they're just giving the New Day that exposure they need.
What
are your thoughts on the New Day?
Will the cosmic duo ensure darkness falls over their uplifting rivals?
Nice.
That's straight from WWE.com.
Is it really?
Yeah, I don't see any heat between these two teams.
I was going to say, if you were making that up off the top of your head, that was impressive.
I can read.
Now, I've got a question about this. The New Day, there's 3 guys, right?
Yep.
Does this become like a Freebird situation where if they ever get the titles, it could be any of the 3 that defend? You know, they can rotate that 3rd guy in and out as they see fit?
I believe that's Freebird rules.
Yeah, can they? Do you think that applies?
I think that was only specific to that title reign, but it's definitely a good reference. I would like to see it, yeah.
Did Demolition pull that at all when they had 3 members?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I always remember Axe and Smash being the true team.
Yeah.
And Crush was kind of like the add-on.
Maybe they didn't even have the belts when Crush joined them up, but personally, I think I'm excited about the New Day. I don't know that I like the church choir side of it, but the pairing of the 3 guys. I love the big guy and then the high flyer being a tag team.
It's great to see a new faction, another group. It shows that they're at least attempting to put similar folks together.
Yeah. I think it's the best way to build up your stable too. You get them, they have some success, and then look what you did with the Wyatts and the Shield.
Right.
There's all the belts right now.
Yep.
Basically those guys.
So who's gonna win? I'm gonna go with the Dust Brothers.
Okay, you're taking
just to be the oddball.
All right. What do you think their stink? New Day or Dust Brothers?
I will go with New Day.
All right, you're going New Day?
A New Day.
I am also going to go New Day. I think that they've won the last few matches, I think, even the singles competitions that I've seen. I like them. I think they're going to get a little bit of a push here. I'm not sure if it'll be a clean victory. Probably will be.
I think you're going to see some shenanigans from the Dust Brothers.
Yeah.
They're going to cheat somehow.
Cheat to win?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Although
you're going to see the Crossroads finisher from Cody. He's going to flip him around and pin him.
Which one of these teams is more likely to have the belts first?
Well, we know that the Dust Brothers just recently had the belts.
Yep.
And they've been pushed down to the opening show. So that would lead me to believe that they're there to make the New Day look good.
Mm-hmm.
Which, why I picked the Dust Brothers, I don't know. But I'm saying they're going to cheat.
Cheat to win. Yeah, that's fair. They can still make the New Day look good by cheating.
So,
I think you're right though. I think the New Day is the next. They're going to be, of these two teams, the next ones that will be able to get the belts.
And let's not forget, this is just a kickoff match. Probably no one's going to be watching it.
I probably will be. Yeah. All right. So that's the pre-show, and then I don't know. Do you have an order of the matches? I didn't see an order as I was jotting these down.
We'll take it from there, and let's go into the Divas Championship match.
I don't have any of the Divas matches written down.
Nikki Bella versus AJ Lee.
All right. What do you think, Stink?
I got to go with Nikki Bella.
Me too.
With the rack finisher.
The rack, Nikki
Bella.
The
rack attack.
Who is it, Nikki Bella and AJ?
Yep.
Okay, and you guys are both going Nikki?
Yes.
I'm gonna go AJ then, just to be different.
The unpredictable AJ Lee will look to reclaim the Divas title from Nikki Bella.
All right. Where do you want to go next?
All right. You don't want to talk about the Divas Championship. What's up with that?
I don't watch that's my fast forward time on Raw.
That's potty time for me.
Yeah.
All right. How about a chairs match between Ryback and Kane? Kane's character has been stripped of its manlyhood and just destroyed and stomped on.
Is he still corporate Kane though? I mean, if they don't have the authority, does he still remain? I mean, does he still have his corporate job?
I don't know. And why is he here? They had him as a damn hot dog vendor a couple weeks ago.
I did like that.
That was funny. Why is he in a match now with Ryback?
Because he threw the hot dog at Ryback, and then they got into the mustard fight.
I would like to see Ryback win here.
Me too.
You like to see that, but do you think you will?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are both going Ryback.
Ryback.
I'm not going to be different here because I think Ryback's going to win, so I'm going to also pick Ryback. I don't think Kane has anything to gain by winning here. Ryback seems like he's getting a push, so I think it's going to be Ryback.
Yeah, I think Kane should lose and just get off the scene for a while. You know, the Authority was, ejected. What purpose does he have? He has no crew. They took away his gimmick.
Yeah.
He's just a corporate buffoon.
We've been going, Stink and I have been going back and watching a lot of the old Royal Rumbles, trying to work our way through all of them on the network, and I'm amazed how long Kane has been around.
He's a dominant force,
Yeah.
and now he's just a goon.
Do you think he ever holds a title again?
He should, but
You don't think he
no.
will? Okay. All right, so we're all going Ryback in the chairs match.
Ryback.
I wonder how much the chairs are going to factor in.
I wonder how would they win if they just hit one guy with a chair. It's over.
No,
It seems kind of silly.
I think the only match that has a finish like that is the table match, the Cena Rollins. I think that's the only way you win that is to put them through the table. I think the rest of them you could. It's almost just like a no DQ.
So you still have to pin them. So you could hit them 14 times with a chair, and then finish the match.
I think so.
That'll be good.
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
would like to see that.
We'll see. What next? What match do you want to take next?
Let's get into the Tag Team Championship matchup.
All right,
We've got the new champions, The Miz and Damian Sandow.
Mizdow.
Mizdow, yes, you're right, versus Usos. When I say ooh, y'all say oh. Ooh.
So,
When I say yo, y'all say oh. Ooh.
You got to get the mic to your mouth, Stink.
Ooh. Oh. All right, you failed.
You cannot be a member of the Usos, Stink.
Well, we hope the folks listening at home were singing along with us. Because a boom sha boo, a boo sha boo, a boo, a boo, a boo, boo, boo. When I say oh, y'all say oh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh.
Now, does the Usos' wife, Ms. Agent Angle, figure in here?
Oh, yeah, they do have a little angle here with the girl, don't they?
Yeah.
It doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, they should keep that going on the side, I suppose, but I don't see what it would have to do with this match.
Maybe she'll be at ringside.
Will there be, tables, ladders, and chairs in this match? That's what I want to know.
Well, I suppose they're all going to be out there, right? So, I mean, they should be able to just pull them out if they want to. I don't expect them to, though.
No. It'll be a straight-up championship match.
Yeah, we'll see a little bit of Mizdow miming on the apron. We'll see at least one flying Uso outside the ring.
Yep. I'm going to go with Usos.
Wow, that's 2 in a row. You're picking the Usos?
I'm going to go with the Usos.
Somebody's getting an Uso shirt for Christmas.
Please don't.
How about you, Stink? Do you like Miz and Mizdow or the Usos to win the tag team title
probably
match?
think that tag team champions to win.
You're taking Miz and Mizdow to retain the titles.
Yes.
The
Okay.
Miz's.
That's where I'm going to. Is I think they keep the belts.
All right. And then at least there are some tag teams again. We got a couple tag team matches here, so
Yeah,
that's a good sign.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but happy. But still, there's only 4.
Well, that leads us into a steel stairs match.
Is this the first stairs match ever?
This is the first steel stairs match to my knowledge. And they specifically added that to their logo and the marketing material. So it says tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs.
So what you're saying is we're going to be witnessing history.
Like the creativity was just bubbling over so much. Someone said, hey, let's do stairs.
The stairs have been. They're probably the foreign object of the year, right? We had Cena. He went through that 3 month stretch where he was throwing stairs at everybody.
Brock Lesnar is known for bringing the stairs into the matchup. Done it with Triple H, Undertaker.
And yet Lesnar nowhere on the card. We get him next time he's going to be at the Rumble, right?
The champion is not on the card. So what do you do? Can't even cash in the Money in the Bank.
Rollins is going to have that thing forever.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves and focus here on Eric Rowan versus The Big Show.
Big Red versus Big Show.
As if it couldn't get any bigger, it seems that WWE's monumental pay-per-view event could now be referred to as tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs. That's because, at first announced on the December 2nd edition of Main Event on the WWE Network, Eric Rowan will battle Big Show in a steel stairs match.
Who do you like?
I gotta go with Eric Rowan, I guess.
Big Red.
Yeah.
Okay. Stink?
Big Red.
Big Red, Eric Rowan.
All right.
It looks like they stripped him of the mask, which is disappointing.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't had the sheet mask, has he?
No.
Huh. Those will be going on closeout soon then.
Yeah, that's great.
I think it's going to be Rowan myself too. I think he beats Show.
And what are they fighting about? Who's the biggest nerd?
What, Show's still trying to get everybody to forgive him for his mistake?
Oh, poor Big Show.
Yes.
Does anyone care about the Big Show? Are you a Big Show fan, Stink?
Not really anymore.
I'm not.
You were up until the time he turned on Cena?
Yes.
Okay, so you're down on him now, but you were a Big Show fan.
Yes.
Well, it's the Big Show.
Both of these dudes are two of the biggest dudes in the WWE. Rowan's huge.
Yeah, he is.
Stink, did you tell everybody about the time we ran into Rowan in the airport?
No.
Did you give him your finishing hold? The stink bomb?
He should have.
No.
He should have. He stands out in an airport, let me tell you that.
Well, it will be interesting to see how this match plays out using the stairs for the foreign object.
You think this is probably going to be one of the first matches, right?
I would guess. I would hope so.
I think it's going to be quick, too.
I'm not going to stay up late for a Big Show match.
It's going to be less than 10 minutes.
Probably.
So we've got our picks there, and we're on to another different gimmick match, which is a good old-fashioned ladder match for the championship, Intercontinental Championship, with Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph and Harper, right?
What are your thoughts, Hammer?
The first thing that comes to mind here is I understand Dolph being in this match, and obviously Harper's got the belt, so he's got to be in it. But Harper doesn't strike me as a ladder match kind of guy.
He doesn't strike me as a championship guy either, but they gave him the belt.
I like him with the belt. I don't know. I mean, maybe I hope he proves me wrong, but he doesn't seem like the kind of the high flyer that's going to be spending a lot of time on the ladder.
I think he's going to be taking a lot of the beatings.
Yeah.
From Dolph.
Do you think Dolph's going to be raining down from above off the ladders on him?
Who do you picture grabbing the belt, and what's going to be a better finish, Dolph or Luke Harper? I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler.
You think Dolph gets the belt back?
You just picture the crowd just, come on, Ziggler, we want Ziggler.
Yeah.
And he's just reaching and reaching and reaching. And then, crushes the ladder.
I do think Ziggler... boy, I want to see Harper keep the belt, but I think Ziggler. Yeah, I'm going to go Ziggler. I guess.
He just gets the crowd pumped for some reason.
But you love to see the baby face have to climb the hill, and maybe you bump him down again. He's coming off. I mean, he won the big deal at the Survivor Series. Maybe it's his turn to lose.
Yeah.
Actually, I just talked myself out of it. Harper. I'm going to go Harper. He's going to keep the belt.
Okay. All right.
What do you think, Stink?
I'll go Dolph Ziggler.
All right, you guys are predicting a
Two
title
Zigglers,
change.
Yeah.
Is the title going to change hands, or could Ziggler win on a DQ?
It's got to.
DQ. You're going to say title, huh?
Ziggler gets that belt back.
Okay.
He reaches for it from the ladder.
I was going to say that he's getting positioned to be in the heavyweight, but I really don't think there's room in that picture for Ziggler right now.
This is going to be a classic matchup, classic ladder match.
Yes.
To the tune of Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon.
You think this is going to go down as an all-timer?
Yes.
You really do, huh? Just because basically on Ziggler's shoulders.
Yeah, because it's for the Intercontinental title, it makes sense for these guys to fight.
God, I hope
and
so.
reach new heights.
I hope so. It's my favorite title.
And another title match. We've got the United States title. Current champion Rusev faces Jack Swagger, along with Zeb Coulter.
Is Coulter going to be there, or is his broken leg going to keep him out?
That probably is part of the storyline. Was he in fact severely injured, or could he wobble down with a cane?
On the last Raw, he wasn't able to come out because of his broken leg, so I don't think we're going to see him.
But to build more heat with the match, he could come hobbling out and then once again be attacked by Rusev.
Get hurt. Yeah, that could be.
I would like to see that.
I would like to see Swagger put Lana in the crossface chicken wing.
I would like to
That would
put
just
Lana
be
in the
funny.
crossface chicken wing.
That would just be funny.
You know what her finishing move is? It's the camel clutch.
That's a good move for her.
Yeah, it's a good foreign move. You know, that was what the Sheik did. So
My problem with this match is that we discussed this, I think, 3 months ago in the first episode. These two faced off.
Mm-hmm.
I think I picked Swagger to win, and then I became a Rusev fan.
You're a Rusev fan now.
Yes, I'm 100% backing Rusev. That is my pick. He continues to dominate.
Rusev, he hasn't lost a singles match yet, right?
No, he's undefeated. We need to keep that going.
Yeah,
it's got to go all the way to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm going Rusev. He's going to retain the title. You're picking Rusev?
Yes.
What about you, Stink? Swagger?
I'm going Rusev.
All right. I don't remember. How did Rusev get out at the Survivor Series?
He got counted out.
Go back to our notes there. Yeah.
It was a count out.
That's right.
Okay. Thanks, Stink.
All right.
All right, so we've got... You guys think the IC title is going to change hands. Everybody thinks the U.S. title is going to be retained.
That's right.
Okay. 2 matches left.
Well, here we go. Let's get into the John Cena versus Seth Rollins.
Hang on a second. Does that mean that you're saying that Ambrose Wyatt is the number 1 match of the night? That's the main event?
The main event? That should be the main event.
Do you think it is, though? Because I bet you that Cena Rollins will be the main event.
Well, he's defending his number 1 contender spot.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Money in the Bank.
And it's a tables match.
Mm-hmm.
Tables matches are not that great.
Well, but and that's the thing too, is I guess the one thing that argues for Ambrose and Wyatt being the main event is it's the combination of all the earlier matches, because it's the tables, ladders, and chairs.
Correct. Which is why I brought us into the plain old tables match with Cena and Rollins.
All right, I'm good with that. So Cena Rollins.
Cena Rollins. I'm gonna pick Cena.
Me too.
Wow, 2.
Simple as that.
2 for Cena already?
Yep.
I am
number 1 contender. It's going to the Rumble. What's the next pay-per-view?
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, yeah. He's got to be the number 1 contender.
Well, I suppose it doesn't do Rollins any good to have the number 1 contender because
he already technically has a shot.
Yeah, with the
he's money in the bank. So again, another match that doesn't make sense straight from the network. This should be totally flipped. We should have Rollins and Ambrose face for the number 1 contender.
That would
to
just
face John Cena.
And then have another Cena Wyatt match?
Yeah, well, Wyatt should be with the other Wyatt family members.
What about
terrorizing the whole community?
How come Bo Leave is not involved in this pay-per-view?
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Mr. Bo Dallas.
All you gotta do is believe.
Oh, I love that.
It's like he's in the room with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stank.
I'm gonna go Rollins.
Give it up. All right, this match,
I think Rollins is gonna have both the briefcase and the number 1 contender spot, and I think he's gonna fail to get the title.
No, John Cena always wins. Simple.
He hasn't. It's been a while since he's lost, right?
The Authority
Brock
is gone. Maybe Seth Rollins brings out those 2 goons.
Mercury and Noble.
Mercury and Noble, or
What about? So you mentioned the Authority being gone. We haven't really talked about that yet. The anonymous Raw general manager. What do you think of that?
The computer. Yeah, I do not like it.
Who do you think it ends up being? I heard that they've done this before, right? I mean, I think it was during the time I wasn't watching.
Yeah, myself as well. When you have a damn computer as the manager, it's just not compelling to watch.
I want it to be Vince. Vince is the anonymous general manager.
Vince McMahon as the manager of Raw. Yes, everyone wants that.
I think it makes sense, too, because why else would he have the stipulation to get the authority out? He wanted to get them out so he could sneak back in.
That would be ideal. That would make sense. But
and then it sets up a Triple H McMahon match at WrestleMania 32. Retirement match.
Now
it's Vince's last match.
Now you're reaching.
All right, well, we'll see.
So we got our picks for the table match. Let's get into the main event. In my opinion, we don't know if this is the main event, but I'm going to say it is. Dean Ambrose. What was his name? The Psycho?
No, he's the Lunatic Fringe.
The Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose.
He's unstable, according to his T-shirt.
Unstable versus Bray Wyatt on his own. WWE's two wildest madmen, the Lunatic Fringe and the new Face of Fear, will rekindle their war in tables, ladders, and chairs.
I just want to find out who Sister Abigail is.
One day, that will come out, but I don't think it's tomorrow.
You don't think she shows up?
No.
Is there any chance she turns out to be Hornswoggle?
Oh, Hornswoggle again. You know what's going to happen, though, is Ambrose is going to take that rocking chair and they're going to smash it.
It already got smashed.
They're going to have another one.
They are going to get another one?
They better.
Because, what was that? That was at Raw, I think, right? Or was that at the pay-per-view?
Yeah. And doesn't it seem silly that Ambrose is always getting one over on Wyatt?
Maybe
it doesn't make sense.
Well, I think this is probably Wyatt's turn. I'm going Wyatt.
Yeah.
You are too?
Yeah, I'm going to go Wyatt.
Okay.
I'm sick of this guy. Who does he think he is?
This
Ambrose. Who's this guy think he is?
Any chance we get a kendo stick in this match?
Please, yes.
Stink, who are you going with? Dean or Bray?
I'll probably go with Bray.
You're going Bray too, huh?
Yes.
You don't think the Lunatic Fringe wins? This is his kind of match. He's built for it. All right, those are our picks, I guess.
All right, that's it. And that's pretty much concludes our TLC episode of the Wrestlinks review. Please check us out at Wrestlinks.com. I'd like to thank our special guest, Stink, and his great impersonation of Bo Dallas. Let's hear it one more time before we go.
All you gotta do is believe.
All right, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mike the Hammer. Thank you, Stink. We'll see you next time on the Wrestlinks review.